We decided to make a Talking Heads style documentary inspired by It Gets Better, created by the people at Pixar. It Gets Better also focuses on homophobia and provides little snapshots of the gay and lesbian people at Pixar reflecting on their own experiences. We thought this style of documentary would suit our subject matter as it allowed the audience to gain a deeper understanding of the issues surrounding homophobic bullying in schools. However, in It Gets Better, each employee speaks directly into the camera, breaking the fourth wall. We decided this is quite a personal way of communicating with the audience, and as some individuals in our documentary weren't recalling on personal experiences and simply presenting facts, it wouldn't look sophisticated having those presenting facts and figures looking directly into the camera. Relying on a purely talking head style required us to make sure the audience found some sort of meaning behind the documentary and not find it boring to watch. We thought structurally it was important to move from subject to subject and conclude on a more positive note, resolving the considerably darker content earlier on. This allowed the audience to gain more of an emotional attachment to the individuals within the documentary, as well as providing closure to it. We were inspired again by Pixar's It Gets Better, which also takes the same stance. We considered it to be more important that the documentary stimulates discussion about its subject rather than itself. Unlike What About the Families, we decided not to use extended and cutaway shots. This was because we had a lot more people to interview whom all had experienced homophobic bullying in a diverse number of ways. Similarly, we included people that weren't direct victims of homophobic bullying themselves, but knew the extent to which it went on in schools and could provide official statistics to back this up. As this information was vital to the message of our documentary, it was a necessity to be included. When doing pair interviews, such as Lee and Asher, the process of the interview is different, being conducted as an informal chat rather than the usual question and answer format. We found this worked better after watching In Bed with the Kills, a behind-the-scenes mini-documentary of the Kills at their Nylon magazine shoot. We saw this as appropriate, as it allowed our interviewees to give spontaneous, honest answers thanks to being in a more relaxed environment, making the pair dynamic work well within the documentary. Moreover, it furthered the entertainment aspect of the film, as we didn't want the serious subject matter to interfere and potentially block any form of audience enjoyment. We found that when watching In Bed with the Kills, there was an equal balance of both and contributed to its success. After watching Escape Homophobia, a take to the street style of documentary, we decided this would not be suitable for our documentary. Although this style worked effectively, they focused on homophobic bullying on a broader scale, whilst our film focuses on a more specific focal point within the topic and needed to speak to particular people. Furthermore, we didn't want to feature ourselves in the film at any point, whereas in Escape Homophobia, the interviewers were present and even spoke to the camera, revealing facts about homophobia. We used title shots to present relevant information. As we ourselves haven't been affected by homophobia, we saw it as contradictory to make ourselves present within a documentary about it. Our primary focus was the young people who have been victims and the people who can provide solutions to the problem. We found a short film entitled Dear John, which is also about homophobic bullying in schools. However, their topic is a subtext of ours, focusing on homophobic language used in schools. The content was effective and got the message across about the pandemic use of homophobic language in school, but was more aimed at a teen audience, using less sophisticated titles and only starring teenagers. As ours is aimed at generally at adults, and those specifically working in education, we had to cater to that audience by using more appropriate titles and including people in an age bracket they can identify with. Additionally, it is a fiction piece, not a documentary, so it didn't include any facts nor provided any solutions to the problem, which was one of the main aims of ours.